Oh, dude, you gotta pick the Beyond suit. I mean,
Do the Batman Beyond suit.
just because I'm a big Beyond fan.
Yeah, Batman Beyond fucking rules. I feel like I would rather that be like a live action, like TV show than a live action movie.
I don't think.
What do you think?
I agree. I would prefer if I want something of the. If I were to get something live action, I would want a Nightwing series.
That would be fucking
Just a
tight.
series dedicated to the boy.
Do you think like, okay, would you rather that be like its own thing and it's just like, okay, we get it that like Dick Grayson was tied to Bruce and like it's its own universe, or would you rather it be like it's part of the Robert Pattinson universe and it's, you know, like do you think it should
be its own thing?
Yeah, not attached to a Batman.
No,
I'm just gonna kind of like fucking fly around, get trophies.
Yeah, dude,
Are you cool with that?
Yeah, go for it, Broham. Yeah, like I just want to see Nightwing doing his own thing in Bloodhaven, and then maybe occasionally get like radio signals about like, oh, the Batman apprehended these guys today. It's like, see, he's still hard at. See, shut up. The Batman, the Batman has taken down multiple villains today. Two-Face's gang has been stopped. It's like, and then Nightwing just says like, here he's hard at work as usual, and then just like, you can have Barbara come to visit, like that's fine. And then, yeah, just have him be like, have Barbara even be like, oh, you know, we miss you out in Gotham. And it's just like, oh, yeah, I know, but my place is here.
Okay, let me ask you something. Have you like read any comic lines that are like strictly Nightwing?
Yeah.
What's like your favorite one you would say? Like, what would you recommend me?
I actually sent you one. I haven't read many. Shout out Comic Historian, as always. Nightwing Rebirth.
Okay. Have we talked about it before on the channel? I don't remember if we have.
That I do not know. Definitely peep that.
Okay.
Cause yeah, that's
give me like a little rundown without spoiling. Like, what is that about? Like,
actually trying to remember. There was, I don't know if this is this comic line or a different one, but it's just kind of him doing his thing in Bloodhaven. I
can't fucking get that one.
I literally haven't listened to it in so long, but I remember it being good. That's unfortunately that's really all I can give you. I'll have to do a refresher. I'm a little bit lax on my my comic knowledge at the moment. I have been listening to a lot of comics lately, but all the Rebirth stuff is really, really good. So like Superman Rebirth, Batman Rebirth, like all that stuff. Oh, dude, Joker. Is it Joker Year One or Joker Rebirth? I think it's Joker Year One. They kind of go into a little bit of a Joker origin, and it's so fucking fascinating. Because that goes into
a Joker origin.
It's not quite what you think.
Well, it just like, don't you think that kind of defeats the purpose of like the mystery behind?
So
Joker?
no. Okay, so it's still.
Okay, how the fuck am I supposed to do this?
Lovely question.
It's like there's no like.
Is it the line?
Oh, wait. Oh, dude, you know, did anyone ever tell you that you're hella smart?
You know, no one said it directly, but I mean, I'm fucking.
Okay, Bentley.
Well, no one said it directly.
Well, cream my little shell over
why,
here.
thank you.
My shell is soggy. Okay, so Joker Year One.
How do I perch?
I think it's circle, I want to say.
Is it circle?
I could be terribly wrong.
Okay. Okay, continue.
Joker Year One, super fascinating. I think the Joker's already the Joker. It's just going into his like formative. Do we not have that ability? Is that an upgrade?
I think so.
That might be an upgrade. So the Joker already exists.
So we might have to come back.
And God, I'm trying to remember the specifics, but there is a like therapist or something like that Batman like went to. Is like, oh, I need to keep my mind like a steel trap. Like to handle all this.
Wait, so Batman sees a therapist?
Yeah, initially. He's like, oh, I need to like keep my wits about me. And then that therapist taught Batman how to like segment parts of his mind where it's just like, oh, here's how you stay like focused on your objective and stuff like that.
You don't think like, okay, so like how much does he reveal to that therapist though? He's like, keep having visions of bats. He's like, bats?
I think he knows.
He knows?
I think so.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
I'm actually 100% sure he knows. Because he goes that that therapist goes to the Joker and is like, oh, I made Bruce Wayne what he is. I want to see what I can make of you, like the craziest man alive.
Yeah.
So he teaches the Joker how to segment parts of his mind, and like, it's like the 3 Joker storyline. There's allegedly 3 personalities to the Joker that are like mainly portrayed in comics.
Okay.
And that is portrayed as like split personality disorder, but it's him doing that segmenting training that I was talking about with Bruce. Because like the therapist like takes a hyper fascination to the Joker.
Wait, so why he takes a fascination in him because he thinks he made Batman who he is? Or is it because of like the juxtaposition between the two that he's like fascinated with? Like he's like, oh, like it, like we may find answers to what like your problems are through the Joker. Is that kind of it? Or
Oh my god, my memory is
just drawing a blank.
so shit. All I remember is that it just I think you did it actually. I think you were doing it. I think you just needed it to land properly.
Yeah, I just can't
Like,
touch the ground, right? Okay.
Maybe
like,
you just
shit.
weren't.
Hold on.
I don't know if it.
That's exactly where I want it.
Why
Yes.
is it just like a jank smiley face?
I think this is where this goes.
I don't know if this is correct. Could not tell you.
Dude, you might be something. I don't fucking know. Oh shit, you think that'll count?
Maybe.
I just don't want to fucking.
I'm so hungry. Where'd all the food go anyway?
No.
It was worth a brain thought. I think you might have been right initially. So the comic kind of goes where it's just like, oh hey, I taught Joker how to segment his like part into like 3 beings. He continues to see this therapist to like level up his capabilities, and then the therapist is like, oh, his abilities are far beyond like anyone I've seen before. Like he is so hyper intelligent. Like his potential is beyond Bruce's. And
Really?
it ends with the therapist going like, oh hey, I taught you all this, like what the hell. And it's just like, oh, have you been playing me this whole time? It's just like, oh yeah, you've been my little puppet essentially. Like I wasn't your specimen, you were mine actually. And like part of the ending there too is Joker talking to Batman, and he's like, oh, I want you to know I could have killed you at any time. I did this because of my love for you, my fascination with you, and because we're kindred spirits. It's like, and then Bruce like is in his mansion thinking about it. He's like, oh, how many times has he just let me live? I'm like,
That's kind of interesting. I
God
wouldn't expect
fucking
that.
damn. Oh yeah, let's go.
Wait. Hold on.
There it
There,
is.
get
Good
it?
shit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Good
All right.
shit.
All right.
Oh, it's Catwoman.
God, are you fucking kidding
At
me?
least it's unlocked.
That's fair.
At least it's unlocked.
That's fair.
Nobody wants to fucking play as Catwoman. Thinking about it too, like I was watching because I was editing more of our stuff.
Yeah.
And I went back to the first episode, and they start you as Catwoman. I complained about that to begin with, but it's really fucking weird that they have you play as Catwoman from jump when the tutorial section is in the beginning of the game after that. So they give you the tutorial for everything when you're playing as Bruce, but they impose Selina before that.
Yeah, I think the reason why they did that is because
To
like
set up-
technically that part of her DLC thing or whatever you want to call it is before the beginning of the game, but it kind of ruins the intro of the game.
Yes.
In a way.
So
Yeah.
it does take place before that. You're 100% right. But what they could have done was you suit up as Batman, right? You get the
Yeah.
pod, you get the suit, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're headed there anyways. So right as you get to the court, then you interject that section showing how Selina got caught in the first place.
Oh, that's cool.
They should have done that.
Like in the middle of that cutscene where he's like flipping the coin and has the gun to her head, it like cuts back.
Yes.
That's actually, yeah, dude, you're right. Holy
Way
shit.
better because you already know how the game
Yeah.
plays at that point.
Yeah.
And on top of
It
that,
can, it can even say like when it cuts out, it'd be like 3 hours earlier.
something, yeah.
Yeah,
totally,
you know what I'm saying? And then
100%.
yeah, that's actually, dude, you're spitting.
Something interesting I never really paid attention to. I might have noticed
Because
it.
it does come off like super jarring, huh?
really
Like in the
weird.
beginning of the game or whatever when they do that.
It just supposes that you know how to play the game. Like, what if this was someone's first Batman? I don't
That's
see how
true.
it would be,
That's
but
true. Okay, so I kind of changed my mind on that because I don't think we have all the gadgets to do all that shit.
yeah, you're fine.
You know what I'm saying?
We
Like,
could always come back to it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we should rush this playthrough anyways. Like, the best way to enjoy City is to just take it as slow as possible, weirdly enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is funny because
Okay,
that's
we'll do some side quests. How
the
about that?
opposite of how the game wants you to play it. Like, the game has the ticking clock narrative.
Yeah, see, okay, that might, I don't know. Maybe that's why I had that feeling of like the game's shorter than it actually is because when you're playing the story, it's like you said, it's like
5 hours till whatever.
right, like it's like the game wants you to do this side shit, but the main narrative is like almost like, hey, do this
Hurry the
right
fuck
now,
up, yeah.
right? Like
It
it
conflicts
doesn't
with
feel as
itself a bit.
seamless to where it's like Batman narratively can be like, I can do this other shit. It doesn't feel like that at all. It feels
Listen,
like he's
I know this is like threatening, but what's going
My
on?
life
in
is on
this,
the line.
What's going on in this neck of the woods?
yeah, for real.
So something I never paid attention to initially. So looking at the Catwoman DLC at the beginning of the game, you start off with a painting. That painting is a reflection of how the game ends. Like if you look
Yeah.
at it, I never paid attention to that before.
Right.
Because it's just like some
Really
dude
cool.
that looks like Bruce Wayne carrying out someone else.
I think that's really cool. Like that's really good like visual storytelling. I think
Absolutely.
if like some of my favorite stories have like little dialogue and just explain so much without saying anything at all. I've said that before, but like one of my favorite moments that I think of off the top of my head is Return of the Jedi when Luke snaps because Vader threatens his sister and he like cuts Vader's hand off. You know what I'm talking about? And then he looks down at Vader's hand, realizes that it's robotic, and then looks at his own hand. Because remember, Luke lost his hand
Yeah.
to Vader, and that's when he realized if I continue this way and
I'll
go
be the
down,
same as you.
without saying anything, you conveyed all that to the audience.
It's literally all there. Like,
Isn't that some of the best way of telling stories? Like without anything being said, and you just understand by just visual storytelling that, like that's the point trying to get across. I think that's brilliant. Like shit like that's awesome.
it
dude.
makes me mad at like television nowadays because like so much of television is like done. When I was a child, I watched things like Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Justice League, Static Shock, things where like sometimes there's a lot for a kid to digest, but like the shows put the goodwill in the children to be able to like discern this stuff. And then it also gives you something to think about later in life with like all its like really good themes and like set piecing and like the love and care of these scenes.
Yeah.
You were pitching that to children where it's like now you're just pitching like a haha dumb funny like whatever. Oh wait, was this what we're doing? We fought Mr. Freeze already, right?
Right, but we found his wife.
We fucked her, yes. My ankle.
You did what? My Nora.
Oh, bro, fucking detective.
Detective.
Bro, I gotta show you that scene. Oh my god.
That's hella funny, dude. That's like legit, like a real scene. Wait, how do I get into this fucking place again? Do you remember how to get in? Because that door's frozen.
I thought you were doing it. Maybe this isn't something we can do right now. I would check the.
You dude.
I thought that was the way. I'm pretty sure.
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
Dude, but it was frozen. Am I fucking crazy? Am I stupid, dude? Am I just being a fucking idiot? I can't remember.
There's that breakable wall, but I don't think that's related to anything.
I think that's for when there were bad guys around.
It's literally so like the plot in that movie is
Oh, you can't find the scene.
no, unfortunately. I can find
It's, like,
shit
frozen.
after that.
Like, can I go down here?
There's something down there, but I think it might have just been a Riddler trophy.
Anywho,
The scene in
continue.
question is or I guess the episode is I
Yeah.
think it's like Valentine's Day or something like that.
Yeah.
And Bruce is like reflecting on like the romances I've had or whatever. He's like looking at pictures of Barbara, of not Wonder Woman because Justice League came out after Batman Beyond, but just like all his lovers or whatever. And Talia shows up, Talia shows up young, and she's like,
Oh,
it's like,
there we go.
you don't have any pictures of me on there or whatever. Okay, nice, good shit. And Yeah, it goes out. She's like, "Oh, hey, I can offer you like a trip to the Lazarus Pit." And the whole episode is setting up that Bruce is old and he can't like do the things that he used to do, and he feels helpless, and like that he wants to just be able to help people. So more and more that kind of presses home, and then he's like, "All right, Talia, like I'll do it." And then he takes the plunge. He gets like not young man Bruce, not Batman the Animated Series young, but like younger than how we start Batman Beyond.
Okay.
Like it's actually an original design, which is cool to see.
Okay.
And then he's like hanging out with Terry. He's training. He's like, you know, the strength, the agility, like it's all coming back to me. And then he's like lifting weights or whatever. And then he throws the weights and he's like, Terry's like, what's the matter? Like you're young again. He's like, no, if I stay here, I'll be weaker than ever. And then as him and Terry are walking out, he hears like, I was told not to be disturbed. And then Bruce kicks down the door. He sees Talia is like, I heard him, Talia. Like, where is he? Where's Ray? She's like, I didn't want you to find out this way, detective.
I like how he still commits to the voice like the first half of that sentence just to fuck with him. Just like, I didn't want you to find out, detective. This is so funny, bro.
Dude, oh my god.
That's hella funny. All
It's
right.
episodes like that are S tier though in Batman Beyond.
Just the way you describe that shit's hella funny though. All right, let's see this shit.
Freeze. She's safe.
Laura, where is she?
She was locked up in warehouse 5B in the Falcone shipping yard. She's safe, Victor. You can go to her.
Thank you, Batman. I doubted you. I am sorry.
Here, have
Bro
this
was just
frozen-
like, my bad.
Yeah. Here's a popsicle. It's yellow. You can trust it.
Lemony.
There wasn't a bathroom near me. I apologize, detective.
Detective. There's actually a episode in Batman Beyond dedicated to Mr. Freeze. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
In Batman Beyond?
Mhm.
He's not still around, right?
No, he's still around.
Really?
He's immortal. He can't die. He's like,
yeah, I guess you're right, huh?
he's just to the point where he's like a head in the jar at that point. And
Really?
so Derek
I'll have to
Powell,
fucking rewatch Batman
dude,
Beyond.
Batman Beyond's
Like,
so good. It has its misses here and there, but it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. He's literally just like a head in the jar at that point. And Derek Powers, Blight, the corporate dude that we saw at the first two episodes,
Yeah.
he is looking for a means to get like a new body because, you know, being a glow stick sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And so he starts working with Victor Freeze. He's like, oh, hey, I can help you with this technology. I'll be able to help myself. So he gets a new body. Someone tries to actually kill him initially. He's like, someone tries to assassinate Mr. Freeze. And he's like, oh, what did I do? And he's like, oh, you murdered my family. There's nothing left but ice. It's like, I'm sorry. That was a lifetime ago. Nothing I could do could ever make up for like the sins of my past. And it's about like there's actually a real sense of closure in that episode. And like Mr. Freeze gets like this whole arc throughout like Batman Beyond. He has his own dedicated movie, and then he gets an episode in Beyond, and it's like this very beautiful through line, which
I've seen the movie. You're talking about the like Sub-Zero
Yeah,
movie?
yeah.
Yeah, that movie's hella good.
all the more reason why the content with Mr. Freeze in these games hits so hard for me. Because, dude, he's such a, like, he doesn't want this life. He doesn't want to turn to crime. He just does it out of necessity.
Dude, like, okay, Mr. Freeze, kind of tying into like a other playthrough that you and I were doing earlier. Mr. Freeze is kind of like a Magneto type character where it's like, you understand where he's coming from, but you also know the way he's going about it is wrong. But that's what makes him a compelling villain, you know? Like,
Absolutely.
like some of the best written villains are like that, to where you're like, I can't necessarily knock him for, you know, how
So
he feels. Like,
fucking strong.
if I were in his position, could I really say I wouldn't do what he's doing? That makes a compelling villain, because you could see yourself in their shoes, you know?
Absolutely. Like, it feels wrong to even classify him as a villain per se. The things that he does is villainous, but It's just all for the means at the end of the day. It's not like he's robbing banks or anything like that. He's just like, oh, hey, I want to fucking save my life. I have to, well, except unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, then you're like, diamonds, fine as can be. It is a cold day, Batman.
I want to get my wife, but this looks shiny. She can wait. Like,
Blood does not flow to my penis, Batman. It's only ice. Ice to meet you. So
He's like been writing down all of his puns like in a notebook. God damn it, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
it is a cold day.
Go for it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get fucked up. I'm gonna just stop talking now.